and welcome along to another episode of our weekly quiz, You're the Ref. The lightning and thunder is in the background for Charlie again with his stupid little lamp.
He loves lamp.
He does love lamp. And we are going to be taking the two gentlemen through three controversial refereeing scenarios relating to a football personality. So, Craig, you are unbeaten in some time. I believe it's 5 episodes now.
Five. Charlie's unbeaten in 2. Let's remember.
Charlie's unbeaten in 2.
And I threw away the last one. I had the lead as well and threw it away.
You've thrown away the last 2.
It's the hair pulling, that's what it is. Anyway.
For those of you who don't know, this quiz, is based on the book You Are the Ref, for which we've had a few slight legal issues. So it's now called You're the Ref. And it is signed by Howard Webb. But the referee you've got to agree with is Sir Keith Hackett.
Yes, no, okay.
So, can you agree in these controversial situations? Now,
I haven't so far, but let's see if anything changes this week.
I'm sure Charlie will be enraged for tea as always. However,
that's true.
You have also been in charge of picking the page number this week, and you have gone for page number 31. And you have only gone and got the greatest footballer in the world, arguably, Lionel Messi.
Right. What's the drawing of Lionel Messi like, Daniel? Because the illustrations are a bit hit and miss, aren't they?
I would give that one a 7 or 8 out of 10. It's a good image. There's another person on the page. I'm not going to say who it is for footballing. It's a double page one. And the other footballer is not a very good image, unfortunately. However, we move on to the first of the 3 scenarios for Lionel Andres Messi. One of your assistants has been taking stick all match from a player upset by a decision given against him.
That's Charlie.
The player is caught offside again and races over to the assistant, screaming. You're about to react when you're stunned to see your assistant snap and punch the player.
Oh, God.
What do you do, and how on earth is that related to Lionel Messi?
I was literally about to say that. How does that get to Lionel Messi?
That's not Charlie. By the way.
No,
that's not Charlie.
That's not Charlie. That's
I
the other
I normally moan about to the line about someone being offside when they're not offside, and it's just a long ball that's gone over the top of me. But anyway, because the sun was in my eyes.
Yeah.
So basically, the Lino punches a player after getting loads of stick from him. Oh, no, you're in a real quandary here.
Say the lineman punches the player. The assistant manager punches the player.
The linesman, the assistant referee punched the player. Yes, the linesman.
Oh. What do I do?
Well, he obviously. I don't know. He has to leave the field of play. Surely he can't officiate anymore.
It's going to kick off.
If we have a 4th official, I suppose we have to get him, don't we, to then take over?
Yeah. And
if there's not one, wasn't there an episode before we had to get someone from the crowd or something like that in the end?
Yeah, I agree. He could abandon it.
Oh, that's the thing. No, surely you don't abandon the game because I don't know though. Because if the linesman's then you talk about criminal proceedings. Oh, I don't know. This is not as clean cut as I initially thought.
Oh,
it's a very long answer. By far the longest of the day.
For God's sake. Why does kids do this to us?
Because, to be fair to him here, there are 3 or 4 areas you've got to consider.
Right, okay.
We call the physio one to start with if the player gets knocked out. There you go. That's one bit.
I suppose you've also got to, calm down. And probably what will be an enraged team now after seeing the Lino punch someone. Oh, gosh. And if anyone punches the Lino back, do you have to start sending them off? Oh, this is a disaster.
So, retaliation as well, yeah.
You could be right with the abandonment, Craig. I don't know. Well, he abandons the game for a player punches a ref quite often. I've seen that happen a few times. So is it the same the other way around?
Yeah, I think it should be. Surely.
Oh, I was initially on there just replacing the linesman, but now could be an abandonment. What were you going for, Craig?
No. What are you going for, Charlie? Stop going last.
I went last for the last episode, to be fair.
Despite going for I'm going to stick to my... No, I don't know. Right, abandonment. I think you've got to abandon it. Right.
Okay. So, I think if the player gets knocked out, you call the physio on. You obviously get the players away from the official because obviously he's done something bad. I would personally abandon the game as well. Quickly rush into the change room, make sure everything's locked up. So obviously the players don't enter. You call both managers into the referee's room afterwards, discuss what's happened.
Craig's after a bonus point.
Yeah, that's it.
Right, okay. So you're both in agreement with abandonment, and Craig's given a bit more detail as to the events afterwards.
And before.
And
Oh yeah,
and
sorry.
before,
Sorry,
and
yeah,
before, yeah.
after. Sorry,
But
yeah.
what I wanted to say, Craig, is not one of the incidents you listed is in the answer. So you're both wrong.
Oh,
But let's talk about Keith's answer, which does not feature an abandonment.
Oh.
Stuck to my guns.
Oh.
Are you ready? Send your colleague off the field of play. I don't know whether that's with a formal red card or not, which would be ironic, but you replace him with the fourth official. So far, we're clean cut.
You said
What
that,
I
Charlie.
said as well. I should have stuck with it.
And then something that Charlie did briefly mention earlier on, you then have to find someone to take over the fourth official duties, which could involve a PA request to fans to see if there's a qualified ref in the crowd. If no response, you could ask the match assessor to get involved. So Charlie, you had it there on the tip of your tongue and you got tempted.
Do you know what it is? That's like when you go through one-on-one with a goalkeeper and you should just slot it, but
you try to chip them like you do on Pro Evolution every time.
You pass it to your teammate and he's offside, basically. That's what I've done.
When you chip it 30 yards over the bar. But there's more.
Oh, God.
You should also consider what action to take against the player.
Depending
on what level of abuse you heard.
Yeah.
You could dismiss him as well, by the way. Then you leave the authorities to deal with both individuals after the game.
The only thing I would say is send them both off. They're both heading for the change rooms at the same time, and it could flare up again.
There is one point.
But you get that with when two players get sent off. You just obviously you bide your tongue a little bit.
But you do make a point, Craig. Is how are that team then going to treat the officials team fairly after that? I don't know how that happens. I find that would be very hard. I would say.
So close to a point.
There we go.
Nowhere near.
Flirted with the correct answer.
Let's move on to number 2 with the scores that are a horrific 0-0 so far. And we start with it being a bitterly cold day.
Oh, no.
And on this bitterly cold day, the home side star striker misses a sitter. In a fit of anger, he rips his gloves off and hurls them to the ground. The opposition goalkeeper laughs, picks them up and throws them into the crowd. The striker is enraged and demands you book the goalkeeper. What do you do? One of the more trivial ones we've had so far.
Oh, no.
Who does that? Just get on with the game, you melt.
I don't know if we're coming back to our old favourite of ungentlemanly conduct or not.
No. What? No.
But it'd be like throwing his boot in the crowd, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that's different. This is only gloves.
You're asking, is this a moral issue or is this a legal issue? We've said this a lot of times and you've very rarely been right. So let's see if you do it today.
To be honest, I think you can have a word with both players. Obviously, you have a word with the player that obviously threw his gloves. You have a word with the striker, just saying, like, just calm down. Stop trying to get the other player booked. And you have a word with the goalkeeper and say, look, stop winding them up. Stop throwing the gloves. Just get on with the game. And you let them get on with it. You play on.
You get the gloves back, though.
Very, very clear-cut answer from Craig Savage.
I don't know.
It's his fault. It's his fault for throwing down in the first place because he missed a sitter.
Good point.
Yeah. I don't know.
I have no sympathy for this.
I agree with what you're saying. I don't know if we're.
You can't book the goalkeeper for throwing gloves into the crowd, for God's sake. It's not even going to hurt the freaking someone. It's not like it's a bottle or anything like that.
No, I think I'll have to agree with Craig. I think you just have to give him a stern talking to.
Okay, so Craig, I want to commend you as well as you both getting it right. Craig, you actually pretty much listed the answer from start to finish. So let's go through it. Tell the striker to calm down.
Does he do that at the same time?
Of course. Got to calm down. The one bit you missed, get another pair of gloves from his kit man.
For off.
And then also, as you mentioned, Craig, have a quiet word with the keeper who hasn't broken any laws.
No, exactly. Right.
With any conflict, try to get your body in between the two individuals concerned and take the heat out of the kitchen quickly.
Heat out of the kitchen? That's not even a saying. Who says that?
Just get the bun out of the oven. No. Get on with it. Food references now.
So, we're here again. 1-1 with one to go.
Oh,
well, technically.
Can Craig keep his streak going? And can Charlie sneak another draw, which seems to be the limit of his aspirations at the moment? On to number 3.
Right, here we go.
As a high ball loops into the box, a striker raises his arm in what looks like a deliberate attempt to deflect the ball into the net with his hand.
Right.
The goalkeeper is distracted and adjusts his position, but the attacker doesn't make contact and the ball flies into the net. The keeper is furious. What do you give?
Ooh.
It's a very short answer, which
It's
is
the
interesting.
it's the intent, isn't it? That's what they say. It's the intent. Intent.
But the intent only applies to certain rules,
But
does it?
it's like a dummy, isn't it? It's technically like a dummy.
Yeah, I think it's a goal.
I generally think it's a goal.
I don't know if you can give it. What else can you give?
He hasn't touched it.
You know, if he goes like that in front of him, you know, he doesn't.
That's
Yeah,
it.
I think it's a goal. I think
Yeah,
Keith's short answer is goal.
Yeah, I think it's a goal.
I've got to say, without looking at the answer yet, only seen it's very short. My immediate instinct was that's quite clever.
Yeah. You put him
Let's
off,
have a
innit?
look.
It's put him off. He's not offside.
Oh, I'm going to regret this mishapping in the fucking first question. Right.
So whatever happens, we're going to have a draw at the end here. So Charlie will be unbeaten in 3. Craig will be unbeaten in 6. But is it going to be 1-1 or 2-2? We like to see high-scoring games. And this is a high-scoring game. It is a goal. It is 2-2. The attacker has not
Desmond,
committed
Charlie.
an offence.
It's Desmond.
It is.
Have a score.
The attacker has not committed any offence. You
No.
can't make a decision based on his intent for this law of the game. It's up to the goalkeeper to be sharper.
Right.
Keith's now telling people how to play football as well, by the way.
You're coach now.
I regret that first question. That could have broken Craig's streak.
Yeah, you could have. You didn't. You didn't. 2-2. Unbeaten 6 now.
So I'm afraid that we have a draw today because you actually agreed on all 3 answers. And as Charlie mentioned, it's because he bottled it on the first one and he could have won and completed a clean sweep of 3 questions right as well. But it is mind games. Craig Savage has got in his head. And unfortunately, the unbeaten streak continues for the insufferable arrogance of Craig Savage. If you did enjoy this episode, please do put a thumbs up on it. Let us know in the comments if you agree or disagree with any of Keith's answers, and subscribe to the channel for regular interviews, hopefully soon matchday vlogs and podcasts from the Honest Football Podcast. You can find us on Twitter at HonestFootball3 and keep up to date with all of our antics. And hopefully we'll see you next time.